welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing how much I spent on a video in 2021 and see how much that would cost me now in 2023. So at the start of 2021, I filmed a video where I lived off £1 for the day and my total spend for that day was 99p. So I have gone and got all the things that I brought in that video and I'm going to be comparing the prices of these items, which I literally brought today. I've had a few requests for me to film the living off £1 for the day and it got me thinking, could I actually do that today? So I thought it would be really interesting to see the difference in prices. It's a hot topic at the moment and I thought you guys would be interested too. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you do, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Let's have breakfast. So I got a 6-pack of crumpets. Now in 2021 these cost 25p and today I bought these for 45p, which is a price increase of 80%. Now obviously all the things that I'm eating today are cheap foods anyway, so the price difference is only 20p, but when you think about the percentage, I was like, wow. I googled how much food went up in the last year. Google tells me around 15%, but that's telling me 80%. And then to go with it, I also had a banana. So in the video I picked the smallest banana I could find. In 2021 it cost me 7p and at today's price it cost me 12p, but on the receipt I could see how much it was per kilogram. So back then it was 73p per kilogram and today's price is £1.01 per kilogram. I've written this all down, by the way. I can't really read what I wrote here. I think it says 38%. And then also to go on top of the crumpets, I melted some chocolate. Now this is the only thing that I can't really compare price to price. So in the video in 2021, I got some chocolates that were on sale and I paid 9p. So I went with the cheapest chocolate I could find and this cost me 25p for a chocolate Freddo. So I'll still compare the prices. It's not really like for like, so just bear that in mind because the price increase is 177%. We won't focus too much on that, but yeah, everything else for the rest of the video is a like for like comparison. I'm going to do it exactly the same. I had a crumpet, melted the chocolate on top and then sliced a banana, which really surprised me because the thought of that now is making me feel a bit sick, putting a banana on a crumpet. And also, I couldn't believe this, in that video is where I found my love for crumpets. I obviously had to get them because it was the cheapest option. And in the video I was saying I don't really like crumpets. I haven't had them since I was a kid, but the thought of them, and now I'm a crumpet fanatic. Anyway, let's make breakfast. I don't know if I've made a wrong choice. I didn't use the whole Freddo bar. I left a little bit for something else later. Hopefully there's enough on it. Do you know what? It's definitely the fault of it with me when it comes to bananas. Like when I'm eating it, it's very nice. But just looking at it, the thought of it, you know, the leading up to it, just doesn't sit right with me. But yeah, a very tasty breakfast. It's also budget friendly and it's got all the components, you know, bit of fruit, bit of sweetness and your carbs. It's time for lunch and I have got curry flavoured noodles. Now back in 2021 I paid 14p for these. Today I paid 35p, which means this is a price increase of 149%. But from memory these were really nice for the price. I think these say like Aldi price match and I'm pretty sure there was Aldi price match back then. I think they was even cheaper than Aldi. Maybe. But yeah, it's really interesting that the really cheap things so far have gone up the most. Let's make noodles. And when I say make them, I mean put them in a pan with some water. There is actually so many noodles. That is a really big bowl. You probably can't really tell. I've let these sit for a minute because they're piping hot and I've cut them up. Do you know what? There's one thing I hate eating on camera and that's noodles. They all just end up hanging out my mouth. But yeah, they seem to have gone quite soggy quite quickly. I do feel like these were the ones that are quite spicy. Saying that, my spice tolerance is a lot higher now. I mean, I'm one bite in, let's not get ahead of myself. But no, they're not spicy. I didn't watch the whole video. I just skipped through the video to see how much I was spending on stuff. But yeah, maybe I should go back and see if I found these really spicy. For the price and how much you get, you can't really go wrong with these, can you? The only other flavour I think they had that cost this much was chicken, but they've also brought out some new ones now which I think were 40p, so just a little bit more expensive, and they were southern fried chicken and barbecue beef, which I was half tempted to get, but obviously that wouldn't be a true comparison. As I was saying at the start of the video, I feel like I probably couldn't do a full day of eating for £1 now. I feel like it would be a lot harder. Like even the reduced stuff, when I was buying reduced things for that yellow sticker video, nothing was like that cheap that I could get breakfast, lunch and dinner. So if you have any other video ideas that are like budget related that you'd like me to do or that you can think of, let me know. Do you know a shop that I need to try that I've never been to? It's Farm Foods, because for some reason I just always thought that there was never one near me. So maybe I could do like a Farm Foods video, but then I don't know if you guys have them near you. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna finish these and I will see you guys for dinner. Have dinner, and on tonight's menu I have got tomato soup. I got so lucky with this. This was the last tin on the shelf. I was like, no, because I don't have another Tesco that's really near me. I mean, to be fair, I think there was other flavours. In 2021 I paid 24p for this exact tin of soup, and today I paid 62p, which is 158% increase. What the hell? Why is there such a big difference for soup? I thought soup would kind of be on par because it's literally soup. I was so shocked. This is essentially the biggest price difference apart from the chocolate, but that didn't really count. So apart from the chocolate, this had the biggest increase, but it is what it is, I guess. And to go with the soup, I will be having another crumpet. I will put a tiny bit of butter on the crumpet because, you know, let your girl live. But yeah, that is my dinner. I've got my soup and my crumpet. I was going to justify my choices, but then I remembered I actually chose these 2 years ago and it was for a food challenge. I forgot what I was filming for a second. Let's dip the crumpet into the soup. Also, I stopped filming earlier when I was eating my noodles because they were all sticking together in like massive clumps. It was not an attractive way to be eating them, so I just turned my camera off in case you wondered. I mean, they do go very well together. I can't deny it. Is anyone else like me though? The only reason you enjoy a soup is so that you can dip some type of carbs in it. Like, I wouldn't be obsessed with Pret soup if it didn't come with the roll. There was a stage when I kept going to get Pret soup and they've run out of the rolls and I was like, this is the worst day of my life. So yeah, when I eat soup, I just eat all of this and then I'm like, oh no, I've actually got to eat the soup. Also, can I just say, don't let this tracksuit fool you because it's actually really nice today, but I only went out the house this morning to pop to Tesco, so I'm not really feeling the heat in here, but summer is finally coming. I don't know if we've ever had a summer come this late. Usually there's like a heat wave or something before this time, but this year it's been so shit, and this weekend me and the girls are going for cheese and wine tasting, although hopefully we are. You can't book it. We've got a voucher to go, but you can't actually book the reservation. It's like, get here early because you can't book it. So yeah, hopefully we're doing that. But that was something that we got for Ellen's 30th, and it's saying this weekend it's going to be 20, which I know is not that hot, but at least it's nice weather for us to be going into London. I mean, you can't really fault this tomato soup. I don't think this soup was much cheaper than the other soups. Definitely cheaper than Heinz, but the other unbranded ones, I don't think there was much of a difference, which I'm not surprised if it's a nearly 200% increase. And this is what I don't understand. Obviously, I know there's more logistics to it, but when you Google it and they're like, food inflation 15%, well, I don't bloody think so. I guess what hasn't changed in price that much? Who knows? Definitely not me, that's for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this and I will see you guys for dessert, and then I'll do a roundup at the end of the day and then do like a total comparison. We're on to the final meal of the day, and for dessert I'm going to be having rice pudding. So the price difference in this shocked me. So in 2021 I paid 20p and today I paid 25p, so only a 5p increase, which I find so shocking because it's the same brand as the soup. So why is there such a big difference with the soup and such a small difference in this? But yeah, only a 25% increase, which is the smallest increase out of the whole video. Anyway, I'm gonna heat some of this up, and then with the little bit of chocolate that I saved earlier, I'm gonna add it in, melt it in, so it's a nice chocolate rice pudding. Here's my mildly chocolate rice pudding. Hopefully I don't burn myself. I personally love rice pudding. I don't know why people don't like it. I think it's so good. But then I say that I never actually buy it, so obviously don't think it's that great. But it's always one of them things that you just think, okay. But then when you eat it, it tastes really good. Well, I think so anyway. Although I do have this like weird memory of me eating it in a hospital, but I don't think I've ever been like admitted to a hospital, touch wood. So maybe I was visiting someone in hospital and I ate some of their rice pudding. I don't know. It's weird how you just have these memories, and every time I eat it I think about hospitals, which is weird, but anyway, let's do a rundown. Obviously I spent under £1 when I did this in 2021. I spent 99p to be exact, and today I spent £2.04, which means that is a 106% increase. Imagine if I was working out the percentages wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not, but imagine, oh my god, that'd actually be mortifying. Oh, don't, I'm gonna question myself now. But yeah, that's crazy. If that isn't telling us to ask for a pay rise, I don't know what is. Very interesting, because I think over the years you just see the prices go up and you don't really remember. You know, there might be things like a McDonald's cheeseburger. Obviously you're gonna remember it's 99p, but your everyday shopping, you don't realise the prices that keep creeping. I mean, you definitely notice now, like you definitely notice whenever you go food shopping, it costs a lot more, but it's interesting to see the prices side by side. And I hope you guys have thought so too. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.